Hey, how's it going? My name is Elijah Enomoto-Haole, class of 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Today's conversation with Elijah is brought to us in part through the ongoing support of 2008 graduate Matt Cox and his company Saucetown Properties. If you or anyone you know have a house you want to sell but don't feel like dealing with the hassle of doing repairs or hiring a realtor, go to saucetownproperties.net to get a fair cash offer today. And today we are joined by 2019 Saxon graduate Elijah Enomoto-Haole. Elijah's years at South were full of football, baseball, culinary, leadership, and even avid. And after graduation, Elijah played 3 years of collegiate baseball, and he currently works as the head baseball coach at McKay High School, along with his role in our district's campus safety team. Elijah's playing semi-professional football still as well as travel slow pitch softball in his spare time. So Elijah, we welcome you into your time on the spotlight. Man, it's so good to connect, reconnect. How's the day going on your end?
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. It's always nice to catch up with you, especially whenever I see you at South
I,
and see everyone kind of back at South whenever I help out. And I know I'm just thankful to be here.
I was thankful as well on our end. And yeah, you've been able to come over to South a few times, pitch in, help out when needed. And I'm curious, how's that role going with our district's campus security team? What's that been like?
Yeah, so I found my way in with my cousin Diego Fuimaono. I was just bouncing between jobs, trying to figure out like what I really want to do with my life. And when he told me I get to work in the school district, possibly with him, but like also just connect with the different like backgrounds of kids here. So far, I've been blessed and honored to be here at McKay, where campus safety, obviously, and then the head baseball coach here. This is my second year going into it, so yeah, it's just a blessing every day to wake up, come to school, and greet these kids as they come in, and just get to learn them from a different background, like where they come from, like how their family life is, kind of be like that person they want to talk to every day, like they look forward to kind of seeing here at McKay, and just trying to make it the best time as possible for them.
Yeah, one of your strengths you always had as a Saxon, especially, was that ability that you have to connect with others and just to meet them where they're at. You're someone who brings a lot of energy and just a lot of joy into the spaces you occupy. Take us back to those years as a Saxon. What were the 4 years like for you? What do you remember most?
Yeah. Man, those 4 years went by so quick, but they were a good point in my life to kind of teach me like who I am, who I want to be, like who I want to surround myself with, or how do I want people to view me outside of high school. And so my freshman year, I was just hanging out with other athletes, didn't really kind of socialize a lot in class. I was just kind of a little nervous to reach out, get like different friends outside of the football team. But as I got older, as I my friend group kind of grew, and the more sports I played, the more people I interact with, it was just a blessing to just to meet more people from different backgrounds, connect with them like on a personal level, and just like be that friend that they want to hang around with and enjoy seeing every day, especially at school. Because I mean, not a lot of kids love being at school, but when you kind of find people that make it easy to like be in that setting with and be in that environment with, it makes everything 100% better. I mean, everyone's happy at the end of the day, and then you get to go home and hang out with your friends.
Remember your older sis? How's she doing, by the way?
Man, she's good. I actually just saw her yesterday because she applied here to be an avid tutor
Is
at
that
McKay.
is that right? Oh, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
please tell her hello. But I do remember as she was graduating, kind of that senior year was making sure that you were on someone's radar. I remember her having that conversation with me and be like, "You got to check in with my brother. You got to check in with my brother." And watching your progression from freshman year, Elijah, to senior year, where you are captains of teams, you're the one leading us out as quarterback QB1. I mean, what was that progression for you like, where you found your voice, you found your place, you found that innate kind of leadership skill that you have?
Yeah, and it just all goes back to my sister, just like you said. I mean, being the youngest one of three other sisters, being the baby of the family, having her kind of be the next oldest, and especially going to high school with me, it's been helpful. And just like you said, like she's been always kind of behind the scenes, making sure people are checking on me, making sure I'm okay. And that's just the love I have for my sister, and I appreciate that she does that because I didn't even know that she kind of had that conversations with you guys about. And it kind of just shows her character, and I appreciate her doing that. And yeah, that relationship with me and her, it was always going back and forth. You know, the other sister like bickering and stuff like that. But I think going to high school with her, her kind of looking out for me, making sure I'm doing okay with school, but then also sports with her playing softball at South. We kind of just knew each other on a different level of athletes than students and then also family. And so that kind of helped me shape myself as, like you said, the quarterback, the leader, part of the baseball team. It's just kind of look out for one another, always checking on each other because you never know what people are going to be dealing with outside of that sport, outside of class. You don't know what people's lives are like afterwards. So it kind of just taught me to always check in on the people close to you and just hold them close to your heart.
I love that. And you were involved not just with sports, but also Avid. Talk about your experience in
Mm.
Avid.
Man, Avid was it was an interesting time in my life because with also my sister being a part of Avid, it kind of put me in the well, this is my little brother, so here he goes, he's gonna be an Avid. So I didn't really have a say in it, but I'm glad that she did that for me because at the end of the day, it helped me get ready for life, honestly, like outside of college. Because my time at Shemeketa was a little rough, but then having her with me when she's doing Western, like we're both in college at the same time. So it really helped me kind of better myself as a student, be a little more organized. So when big tests are coming, big, big homework assignments, when I'm getting overloaded in college, you have five, six other classes that are going to give you the same amount of work. So Avid and having my sister there just really helped me kind of be organized and prioritize stuff in my life to when I go to practice or I'm at work. It's just really helped me like not give myself unneeded anxiety and stress. That's just a lot of thing that people deal with is just kind of feeling like the world's like crumbling down and on them. And I'm thankful for a lot of the Avid teachers and my sister for my time there to help me out.
And what about culinary too? You were there as chef came in and helped build her version of this new culinary space. What was that like?
It honestly all starts just from the interactions chefs had with us. It just goes outside of cooking because obviously, like if you ask my mom or my sister, I'm the worst cook possible, and so it goes outside of that, which is her being a people person. And like what I mean by that is just that's just another person in that school that really like wants to see you succeed. And even outside of high school and past that, she was always messaging me on Instagram, seeing me post stuff about college and she's always saying like good luck, like game day, like have fun, like always remember like where you came from. And that's honestly a big reason why I continue to take culinary leadership was just to have that interaction and basically like have like almost like another mom there to like really make sure that I'm doing okay in school, I'm doing okay mentally, and that I'm really focused on what I want to do with sports and education and stuff like that.
And that leads you into collegiate athletics too. What was that experience for you as an athlete shifting into that level of college athlete? That's the next level, right? Talk about that experience at Shemeketa and what'd you enjoy? What do you remember most?
Yeah, being a JUCO athlete has a big kind of stereotype with it being like either their grades aren't that good or they're not that good at their sport or I mean after being at Shemeketa, meeting different peoples from like 1As, A's, even like 5A's, 6A's, everyone's there for the same reason, just to better themselves, whether it's education or athletics. But then it was also the grind of it. It's really independent. Yeah, we did have coaches there helping us out when we needed questions, but really it's you and a group of other like 40, 50 guys who are there for the same goal. So you kind of learn how to help each other out, learn things from different perspectives. That's like honestly like the biggest thing I took away from it. And I was blessed to be there was just the interactions with the people there and just learning from different point of views because I mean my point of view is never going to be absolute or perfect. So I just always try to take everything I do with as much knowledge from other people as I can to better myself. So that time was it was a good 3 years, and I'm blessed that my time there was for 3 years, and I just appreciate all the coaches there and all the athletes and teammates I had.
And you haven't hung up the cleats, yet. You're still playing some football, still got some slow pitch softball going.
Yeah, I tell myself every day just to stay active, especially after work or even on the weekends. It's just do something that you enjoy. And so obviously hanging up the baseball cleats, it's people always pick up um a softball bat and play some slow pitch. And it's been fun. I met a lot of people from different backgrounds. I've been traveling a lot, playing different tournaments, and honestly just taking it as like a hobby. Some people take all that stuff that you kind of do outside of work seriously, like they're a life earning, and some people are, but I just do it just to have fun, interact with different people, and just yeah, just have fun at the end of the day. But then semi-pro, it's that was interesting because I had a couple friends of friends that I knew, and they're like, "Hey, man, like I play for this team, like you should come out." And at first, I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like a bunch of adults just playing football for fun. But then once I started getting into it, it was same thing as high school, kind of just like learning the game from a different point of view, with also still having like the love just to play and just meeting different people. Because some of my best friends now and guys who, if I get married, who are going to be in my wedding are from slow pitch and semi pro. So I just look at it as like it's another way to kind of branch out and connect with different people and build that relationship to so you can because you never know, like you might find your best friend 2 years down the road and that's your guy for life rather than the same people you hung out with in high school. So I just take it every day as enjoy it, don't take it too serious, and just keep building that connection with different people.
Yes. Oh man. Blessings to you as you do it. Just take advantage of youth and the body that still works.
Yeah.
Being 15 years ahead of you a bit and having my, body breaking down on me now after some college ball and still trying to be an athlete. It's man, just
No, man,
enjoy it while you got it.
no, I feel you. That's what everyone's been telling me because I'm still one of the younger guys on both like my football team and softball teams. And they say it every day, like, I don't know how you play so much, but I just try to stay active. So
That's good.
I don't know. It's just God's blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. The head coach position opens up at McKay.
Yeah. So the following year, that was my first year in the building. And a bunch of guys were like, "Hey, like I heard you played college ball." Some of the kids here were like, "Hey, like I looked you up and like you should come out and coach." And at first I was like, man, like I don't want to coach. I just want to keep my days open to do whatever I want. But as like working here, I met the kids, met the coach, and I was like, "Yeah, like they have a good group of kids. Like they're respectful, they work hard, they're not entitled. Like they just really want to learn and just be better for themselves. Just like they can say, like, okay, this is the best I can do." And that was honestly why I took the job. The first year I was an assistant. And so just kind of learning them on a personal level, then it made it way easier to become a coach and made it easier for interactions to where like they're struggling and they're upset and then they want to ask me like, hey coach, like what can I do? It just made it way easier to break it down for them and like for me to get over that social barrier of because I'm still close to these kids' age. So it's honestly kind of weird sometimes when they refer to me as like an adult, but it just made me get over that social, like, kinda, like, nervousness to, like, coach them and, like, what if they don't succeed? And then, they're gonna like, "Well, coach told me this, and I'm not doing it." That kinda all went out of the window after that first year, and so with that same group of kids coming back, the connections I made with them, like, the fun to be out there again on a baseball field. Because after Shemekia, I was like, "Man, I'll never step back on a baseball field." I was like, "My time there was that's how I wanted to go out, like, that's I'm done." But then working in a high school, meeting those kids, and coaching for that year, it just really set me up for when the athletic director came up to me like, "Hey, like all these kids and adults are putting your name in to be the next head coach. Like, would you give it a try?" After I heard some of the words that those kids were saying about me, saying, like, "We love having him around. He's a great coach. Like, he really cares about us." And that's what really kind of hit me was I don't really care how many wins they get. Just when they offered me the spot and some of the kids were there to be like, "Will you be our coach?"
Mm.
It made it so easy to take that job. Took it in a heartbeat. And that was the first thing I mentioned to the parents and to the kids when we had our team meetings was I'm not here to make sure we get 10, 15 wins a year and we go to the playoffs. Like I'm here to be another figure for these kids to make sure that, they're handling their work at school the right way, just like Avid did for me, and just like the other people at South did for me, and make sure they're growing the way they want to in baseball. Like if they're just out there to have fun, like it's easy for me to have like make them have fun because I've been there, been that South under Coach Price, and obviously we were a successful program, but the being a part of that successful program, it made me learn to the professional side of it, then also how to have fun while still being professional. And so when I took that job and we started having practices, it kind of shows to where these kids want to be out here, they're having fun, they want to learn. And that's honestly my biggest takeaway. And that's why I accepted the job. It was just so easy for me to want to be out there and that I just don't care how many wins we get. I just care that the kids come out, have fun, and we grow from there.
Man, I got goosebumps just listening to you, and it comes as no surprise, honestly, for any of us who knew you and the high school version of yourself, that those strengths we saw it. We saw that commitment to something deeper, right? That there's something more that exists beyond just that surface level of coaching, the X's and O's, the a strategy on a baseball diamond, right? That
Mhm.
you always did have that greater depth to you, and so to see that play out now, man, just know that we're cheering you on. Even though you're at a rival high school, you're gonna do great things. Man, we're so just proud to say that you're a Saxon and that.
And I just got to thank you guys for that, man. Like you guys, especially being a freshman, a little fish in a big bowl. It was made it easy for me to want to kind of be this person that I am today. It's with the interactions with you guys, especially you,
Mm,
Coach
mm,
Price, Miss Carey,
yep,
Chef, Coach Pep, and even Coach Riley. It was just every day I had those people always ask me like, "How am I doing? How's your mom? How's your sister?" And so it just made me like appreciate that place. And it's like, okay, this is who I want to be outside of high school. And so I thank you guys.
absolutely, and, thank you for those words, but you get to go be that now to a whole set of group,
Yeah.
and the thing I know about McKay, like, some of our very best athletes in all of Salem Kaiser history have come out of McKay, right? Like, there is no short
Yeah.
of athleticism, and now you get a chance to help develop those athletes into humans and into people who are then gonna go make an impact in their own whatever their future is too, so, man, keep it up. Stay with it.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. And that's a perfect segue. We'll jump into our big 3 questions today, and these ones are brought to us as always through the support of the Saxon Success Fund. Saxon Success Fund is a nonprofit organization that raises money to invest in our school and our students through capital improvement projects and college scholarships, all with the goal and purpose to transform South High from one of the best schools in the state to one of the best schools in the nation. So, if you or any of our listeners would like to get involved, please go to saxonsuccessfund.org for more information. So, Elijah, question number one, knowing who you are today and all that you're up to, who would you credit most with having that impact on your life?
First and foremost, just thankful for my mom.
Mm, yes.
Big blessings to that woman over there because a
Yes.
lot of people at South remember her as being the very loud mom in the stands. But outside of that and behind closed doors, that woman would give me her clothes off of her back whenever we need it. And it's just a true testament just to who she is, who she wants us to be. And it really hit my heart after my sister graduating, kind of seeing that my mom was like, oh, like this is the baby of the family. But she didn't like treat me like a kid. She treated me like an adult, made sure like I'm saving my money the right way. Make sure I'm acting a certain way, especially like being respectful towards adults and coaches. Even to this day, like, saying Coach Price, that's just installed in my head from her. It's just showed that level of respect to adults when they're giving their time. And but yeah, big thank you to my mom. Also, Miss Carey. Man, this was the first teacher I think I've ever like, honestly, like, had that connection with because struggling in math, not being the smartest at it, being in her math kind of success class with just extra help with it, she never made it feel like we were lesser than other kids with being in that class. And just being in the class, it kind of gives you like the feeling, like the personal feeling of like, wow, like I'm that bad at math. Like they need me in here. There was always that mental block, but then Miss Carey never kind of put it on us like that. She was always just like another person to her, like, hey, like, how's your day? Like, are you like, how's your math? Like, what are you struggling with? And she would sit down with us one on one and really kind of like dissect it and break it down to the very end to where it's like, that's how you do it. And so she just made it really easy. She made learning math obviously really easy, but then also like being in that class because a lot of kids might not want to be in classes like that. But for me personally, it was like, wow, like this is like another class like I get to look forward to. Like I would never skip, like I would never be like, oh, like it's just Miss Carey's class, like I'm gonna leave. Like no, it was always like a class that I wanted to go to. And then even after we're done with our work, she'd be like, well, do you need help with like your history class or like your English class? So it's just like big thank you to her just because of who she is as a person, but then also just taking it to an extra level and being more helpful in class and whenever I'm struggling or even like a personal life.
So good.
Then, yeah, then obviously Coach Price, Coach Pep, and Coach Riley since the first interaction we had. But I'm just thankful for all you guys and for everything that you guys have done to obviously like make me want to be who I am today. But then like take that time out of your guys' day, especially like being in the school district. Like I know how busy it is for counselors, teachers, coaches, and just taking the time out of your guys' day to be like, hey, like how you doing? Like I haven't talked to you in a minute. Like how's your family? And just like checking on like your family and stuff like that. It just means a lot more outside of it. And just those are the people who kind of shape me to who I want to be and who I am today. So just thankful for all those people in my.
I love that. Question two. Question two. What's one piece of advice you would give your high school self?
This was one I saw on the Instagram page, and I was just like, man, I have to have a good answer for this. But this was a hard one. Just because of my high school self, I was always nervous, kind of shy. People were like, "Oh, like you were the quarterback," and like still to this day, I hear like, "Oh, you're the quarterback. Like, what do you have to be so nervous about?" And it's just like, if I had to tell myself, like in my high school days, some advice is just tune all that stuff out. Keep loving everybody that's close to you. Hold them close to your heart. Check up on them and their families because it means more outside of high school. It means more outside of sports. Means more outside of work. It's like at the end of the day, everybody's a person. Everybody has to go home to a family, and so just hold your loved ones close and hold them dear to your heart.
Question three, if you could transform South High in one way, what would you change or add about our school?
This is also another one. It's like I don't know if I would change it. If I had the option to not change it, I would probably say like not change anything. My time there was exactly like how I feel today. Like I was grateful for every interaction I had with people. I was grateful for crossing paths with admin there, with adults, and it just made me grateful about the whole school in general. Because at first I didn't want to go to South. I was like, man, South's weird. Like I'm gonna go somewhere else. But at the end of the day, that was the only place I could ever see myself going through, especially if I could go back to high school today, that'd be the one school I picked. So I wouldn't change anything. It was everything that I needed and everything I wanted. So just thankful for that place.
I appreciate that too. And I know we got to get you out of here. Time's short. So two more questions for you. One,
Okay.
yeah, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month isn't this month. It's not until the end of the school year. But I'm curious, talk
Mhm.
about the importance of the Islander community and just the strength that it offers for you.
Yeah, it just goes back to what I said about my mom. She just kind of shaped me to the culture. Growing up here in the mainland, you're really out of touch with kind of the cultural side of Hawaii and just other like Polynesian backgrounds. And so just thankful for my mom to kind of raising me like how growing up in the Polynesian culture should be. Keep your heart open, welcome in everybody, and treat everybody like how you would your family. And so it's just that's the biggest thing I take in today and to who I am and to who I am as a coach. It doesn't matter their background, their gender, their skin color. It's everybody's a person at the end of the day. They have their own loved ones. They hold things differently, closer to their hearts. But at the end of the day, it's you just want to welcome in everybody with open arms, with an open heart, and like just like how my mom would if I needed clothes, she would take her clothes off her back. Same thing. If someone needs something more than me and like I can help them out and like why not? Like there shouldn't be any hesitation and especially in this world and this line of work that I have, it's like if a kid needs help, like, why not? Like, especially like last month, I had a Nike Tech, and I guess everybody loves Nike Techs, but the kid was like, "Hey, like, he's like, showed up to school, he was cold." And I was like, "Bro, just take my jacket. I got like four of these." And it's just, to me, it's just like, okay, that's another jacket. But to him, it's like, whoa, like he gave me like something that he bought. It's crazy to me that like people think like that. It's like, whoa, like he gave it to me. That's how the world should be. It's just like, I'm thankful for my mom, the way she raised me, and just the culture back home. They always teach us to treat everyone like family, and so it's a no-brainer to me to see a kid struggling, see him cold, and it's just like, why not give him a jacket? So, I mean,
Yeah, I love
everyone
that.
thinks it
Yep.
yeah, everyone makes it look a little harder than it should be, but, I mean, as long as I can change a heart a day.
Heart a day. I love that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna borrow that. Use that. Absolutely. All right. Last question for you. Who else should we spotlight in our Saxon alumni features?
I would say probably Traden Harris or Diego Fuimano, probably those 2,
Both
just 'cause I
great
I hang
dudes.
out with them a lot, and they got a lot of stories to tell and to share.
Okay. Well, we're coming for you both. That's
All
great.
right.
All right, Elijah, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time today. We are just so grateful for you and the impact you're having and continue to have in our district and in our schools. Keep up the great work and stay healthy.
Yeah, man, thank you for having me. It was a blessing and it was an honor to have that text from you to want to be a part of something like this and that you guys are growing. And it's amazing to see what South is kind of turning into and growing into. man. Thank you guys for giving this platform for us to share our stories and give advice to future generations that are going to be coming through South. So go Saxons, baby.
Go Saxons, baby. That does it for our conversation with Elijah. And thanks so much to him. Thanks so much to all of you for tuning in. And thanks as always to Matt Cox from Sawstown Properties, Dr. Corey Bickler from Bickler Dentistry, and the very greatest Saxon Success Fund. We appreciate you all. Got another great one coming next week. Stay tuned. Go Saxons.